Hello and welcome to the episode 4 of PyTorch Code Deep Dive. In the previous episodes, I showed that by default, DataLoader uses sequential sampler, which returns items from the DataLoader in the same order as they appear in the dataset. In this episode, I will show what happens if we decide to shuffle the data. I will use the same example from previous episodes. Let's start by specifying shuffle parameter in DataLoader initialization. I will skip printing the data output for now. Let's deep dive. Since sampler was not defined and shuffle is set to true, randomSampler is automatically created. This sampler additionally accepts replacement and number of samples arguments, but they are not specified by DataLoader. Since generator was not specified, the argument is none. We saw in previous videos that iterating through DataLoader requires sampler to provide iterator that delivers index values. For randomSampler with empty generator, it starts with randomly selecting seed for generator. Since by default there's no replacement, this generator is used when generating permutation over the number of samples specified. Since number of samples are not specified by default, it just equals the size of the input dataset. N is the size of the input dataset, therefore we will iterate once through whole dataset. We could increase number of samples to iterate through the dataset multiple times. Let's sneak peek how this list might look like. Let's try something else. I will define generator and set it with some static seed. I will additionally print batch values of y elements. This time, generator is not none. It's directly used by sampler. We can see different y values. Let's note down last batch and rerun with the same generator. We can see that the last batch is the same. This is a simple way to introduce stable data iterations between different experiments. The last thing is about defining sampler directly. This time we'll force replacement. We'll also reuse the generator. It's now important to set data source manually. Since sampler is directly set, we can no longer use shuffle. Since replacement is set, the logic is a bit different. We still iterate over the whole dataset, but this time it's chunked. Each chunk is 32 elements. For each chunk, random integers are sampled from the whole available dataset. There's no guarantee of index uniqueness this time. We can sneak peek that this statement generates exactly 32 elements. Since the number of samples is not always divisible by 32, the last chunk with the rest of the elements is sampled. In this particular case, it is 0. In this episode, I showed how shuffling and sampler can be used to reorganize order of the data that's delivered by DataLoader. In the next episode, I will show you how to use workers with DataLoader. If you like this video, make sure to press like button and subscribe. I hope my content will help you creating something great. Thanks for watching.